Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I am going to be playing around with Revolution X The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror palette, and this is the mini eyeshadow palette, and more specifically this is the Alien Maggie palette. So I've bought two of the little ones, I've got the larger one, I've got the face palette, and I will use everything, but I can't use three eyeshadow palettes in one video. So I'm going to separate the two mini eyeshadow palettes, just kind of play around with the formula and the colour story, and then I'm going to do another video using the larger palette, the face palette, the lip kit. We're having 3 videos out of the Simpsons and Revolution collection, so that we actually get to know what the makeup is truly like, because I don't want to rush it. I just kind of want to actually give it its like little moment of glory. So obviously, being a Simpsons fan, I picked this up because I think it's so cute, and I love anything like spooky horror. That's my vibe. So this is the Treehouse of Horror collection. This is the actual palette itself. You get a little mirror, and this is the color story. So you've got a really nice mix of kind of neutrals and pops of color. And I actually really like the way, like, you know, it's embossed with Maggie's head, with Bart's head. If you're a Simpsons fan, you're gonna love this. It retails for £10 and I got it for £5 because I got it on sale. There's no way I'm gonna be paying £10 for like a little eyeshadow palette. It's just not happening, especially if it's Revolution, because their prices are usually quite good. Please excuse my hair at the moment. It's like it's wet and it takes forever to dry, and because it's been bleached, I don't really want to hair dry it every 5 seconds, so I'm letting it naturally air dry, but it's so wet I just can't even do anything with it. So I'll style it at the end of the video. I'll look more put together at the end of the video. Right, so I've done the rest of my makeup off camera, and let's just get straight into this eyeshadow palette and create a cute little look. So it's actually really handy that there's a mirror in here. I love that. I hate it when eyeshadow palettes don't have mirrors in them. So I've got kind of like a purpley plum colour on. So obviously the star of the show is going to be this shade right here called Seance. It's a nice purple shade. But to go in the crease, I think we're going to go into Graveyard, which is this brown shade. It's a really nice like neutral transition shade. I reckon they're going to be pigmented because Revolution shadows always are. Yeah, look, that's like one dip. That is a lot darker than I thought it was going to be, but I think it will like look really good once it's like diffused. Well, that actually blended out really nice. Oh, that was like the easiest shade to blend out. But to be honest, I've never had a problem with Revolution shadows. They always work, no matter what collection it is. They perform. It's quite funny because when I'm like dipping into it, I'm like dipping around the little image of Maggie because I don't want to mess that up. I'm that person that literally cannot throw away packaging, cannot like, you know, dip into eyeshadows properly if they like got a pretty pattern on them. It's just, yeah, it's a problem. Right, okay, I think that's a nice level of pigmentation. The next shade I'm going to take with the same brush is the shade Candle in the Wound, which is like this really nice like burnt orange shade. I think that'll be really nice, like just place a tiny bit lower than the transition. It's quite pigmented. It is quite pigmented. I feel like that with the purple will just look really nice. I can't believe how nicely these shades are just blending in. I'm doing minimal work. Honestly, I'm just placing my brush where I want the shadow to go, and it's just blending out so nicely. That's what you want with eyeshadow. Just, you put it on and it's done the work for you. You don't want something that you're going to be blending for like 10 hours. Like, who has the time? And don't get me wrong, I do like blending my eyeshadows for a long time because I like creating, and it's for me it's very, very therapeutic, but it's very rare that I actually get the time to do that. So like for people on the go that, you know, like to look cute but also, you know, doesn't want to spend 2 hours doing their makeup, I feel like this is a really good palette for them because you get such a good variety of colours as well. You've got your neutral moments, you've got your little pops of colour. I just think it's all in one really. Okay, that is the transition shades done. We're going to be wild and we're going to go into the shade Seance, which is this nice purple that suits this top, and we're going to put it all over the lid. We're going to go kind of smoky today. I feel like it's going to be very pigmented. Oh my god, yes. Oh my, it actually comes out purple as well. Sometimes these dark shades, they like come out black, and a lot of like Revolution shadows do that to me. So I'm really pleasantly surprised that this has come out. Okay, so we're gonna just place that and then kind of blend it, but I feel like as I'm placing it, it's just naturally blending out anyway, which is amazing. Okay, this is minimal work. Oh my god, that was the easiest shade to use. There is a lot of kickback with this shade, but it performs, and I think that's the most important thing. I absolutely love that shade. It's like a really nice plummy purple. I'm gonna just take that purple under the eye as well. I feel like we've lost that orange a little bit, so I'm gonna just blend that in. Yeah, just like that. Ooh, love that. You know, there's always one eye that blends nicer than the other, and I feel like this one's blended really nicely, and this one's just a little bit not up to scratch. Okay, so that orange has been reintroduced, and I feel like that looks so nice. The next shade I'm gonna take is gonna be Rigel the 7th. Rigel the 7th, I think that's how you say it. It's a white shade, and it's got Bart's face in it, and there's glitters in there, but I'm gonna just take it like in the inner portion right here, just to open up the eye. I feel like if you apply shadows, dark shadows around here, it really closes off the eye. So I'm just taking this just to kind of open up the eye again. Okay, it's not the most pigmented white shade. I can see the glitters coming through, but I feel like because they're not like fully incorporated into the shadow, so I feel like they might just flake off and just sit on my skin, on my face somewhere, which is not ideal. Out of all the shades I've used so far, this is my least favorite. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into Crypt Keeper, this peachy shade at the bottom, and I'm gonna use that right under the brow and actually go over that light area here. It's more shimmery, so I feel like the reflection will lighten up that area. Okay, yeah. That's actually worked quite nice. This eye is perfect. I feel like this one is not as perfect, but you can kind of see how it's like open that area of the eye. Ooh, that's nice for the brow bone. Really nice, actually. In the inner corner, I'm going to take a mix of Paranormal and Rigel the 7th, so the gold shade and the white one. Okay, that is a really nice rich gold. Oh, that is a really nice gold. I just love the way that these shadows apply. They are really foily, and they apply really quite pigmented straight away. I'm gonna add a little bit of that white on top. Yeah, that's just making it like more like a champagne gold. It has muted that foil, but the gold is so foily that you can kind of still see the foily reflection underneath. I love it. I love it so much. So the only two shades I haven't used is Head Vampire and Space Alien, and to be honest, I got this whole palette because of the shade Space Alien. I love greens, so I feel like I might just run a little bit under the eye just to incorporate it, you know, just to kind of use most of the shades. And again, yeah, that's super foily. It's It's giving me like Slytherin vibes. I am obsessed, guys. I am obsessed. You know what, guys, I can't even explain how nice the shimmers are. They're almost wet and they apply on top of the matte so perfectly. It's like full pigment. I'm a little bit shook. I am a little bit shook at how good these are. I really like the way that this looks. Just literally in the spirit of using every shade in here. I can't believe I've done that. I'm going to take Head Vampire and just dot it literally right on the edge here. There we go. Actually, I took it all over the lid. Like a little red shimmer. Okay, yeah, that looks really nice, to be honest. I can't complain with that. Again, it's the same formulation. They're like really creamy, pigmented, like almost creams. Really, really good shimmers. And that concludes my eyeshadow look. I'm actually really liking this. I feel like I've not done something smoky and colourful at the same time, but muted in ages. I'm going to do my hair, do my lashes and whatnot, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm a little bit more ready now. My final thoughts on this little palette is that the formulation and the colour story is so beautiful. Like, I've not had any problems with these eyeshadows. I feel like the mattes are very pigmented and they blend out really, really nicely. So you're doing minimal work. And I'm actually really impressed with the quality of the shimmers. I just find them so creamy, so pigmented, and they work on top of the mattes. So you can manipulate these shadows to do whatever you want. The only shadow out of all 8 of these that I wasn't super impressed with was this white one. I feel like it could have packed more of a punch. But overall, I feel like the tones in this palette are really, really beautiful. This palette would be perfect for autumn. I just feel like the colours in here, these are just the perfect autumn colours. I mean, it's winter. I mean, I just love this eyeshadow look that I've created. I feel like it's perfect, especially with this top. And yeah, I really had fun playing around with this. So I really, really, if you've been thinking about picking it up, I'd say get it. It's amazing. And wait for the sale because you'll find it like 50% off. This is my part 1 of the Simpsons series that I'm gonna be doing. Next one will be the mini, I think it was the Bart Raven palette. I'm not actually too sure on the name, but that's the one that's coming next. And then I'm gonna do the full like large palette and lip kit and all that. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed my mini tutorial on this eye look and little review on this palette. If you have, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe and join my YouTube family because it honestly means the most. And I'll see you in my next one.